I love wearing hats. It's not just for the fact that I started balding when I was like 20. But yeah, see? Uh... What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's Ziegenbagel here, and welcome to my very first vlog. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to tap that like button. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on all my daily videos. So today, I'm going to do an unboxing for my Supreme Leader Snoke Pop, which is right here. I got this yesterday from my lovely fiance, and I thought I'd open it up as part of my first vlog. So, yeah, we're going to do that at the end. First, I have found some questions that I'd like to answer, some basic ones that, yeah, they look pretty good. I found 15 questions for a new YouTuber, so I thought I'd answer them so you guys get to know me and what I like and what I do. And if you have more questions, then I'd like to do vlogs at least once a month. So, yeah, I'll start doing that if you guys have more questions for me that I don't answer now. So, yeah, we will jump right into the action, shall we? What is your name? Well, my name is, let's see, it's Justin. No, it's not really Justin. It is James Earl Jones, though. No, I'm just kidding. You know I'm kidding. I'm not James Earl Jones. I wish I was, though, because... Yes, indeed. Well, for real, my name is Chris. I know. Very boring. Chris is a very common name, especially in, you know, the late 20th century. Yeah, I had to think about which century we had before and which one we're in now. Brain! Where are you from? Well, I was born in Oregon. I grew up in Oregon. I graduated high school in Oregon. I quickly moved away from Oregon after I graduated high school. I joined the Army, and I was in Missouri first. I went to basic training in Fort Lost in the Woods, Missouri, and then I went to Arizona for intelligence training because I was an intelligence analyst in the Army. And then once I got out of training, I lived in Germany for 3 years, where yeah, it was fun. I miss Germany. Good beer, good chocolate, good people, good place. Yeah, I wasn't in really the best part of Germany. It was like the middle of the mountains. Yeah, it was cold. It was a very cold place. I live in Oregon again now because, you know, it's cheaper to live in than where I lived in Los Angeles, which I didn't get into. But, yeah, after I got out of the Army for back, neck, and hip conditions, I was medically retired. I moved to Los Angeles. I went to film school and got a Bachelor's of Fine Arts in filmmaking. So, yeah, I worked at a production office there for a while, and just finding work is tough. It's tough. So I moved back to Oregon because things are cheaper. So how tall are you? As normal, it's a usual, like, standard basic thing, about 6 feet. So, yeah, just average. How many siblings do you have? Well, I have one older half-sibling who is like mid-40s, I believe. I don't know. I can't remember. I also have a younger sister who is almost exactly 18 months younger than me. And yeah, let's see. I would have had a brother, but sadly I never got to meet him. He was born before me, but didn't survive past one. You might have heard of what people called as SIDS, at least like in the 90s and time before that, which basically means sudden infant death syndrome. And it's a way they explain for if they don't know what happens. So, yeah. But let's move on to something less depressing, shall we? Let's see, what do we have now? Is this your first channel? No, it's not my first channel. This is my channel I created for gaming purposes. I do have another channel that I've had for my filmmaking purposes since high school. And, yeah, so it's not my first one. It's definitely the one that has the most videos now because I've been doing daily videos for over a month now. And, yeah, I think I have somewhere in the neighborhood of 70 videos uploaded at the current time. So, yeah, if you see me looking over here, I'm just looking at my other monitor so I can read the questions and everything. So, yeah, let's see. So, yep, not my first channel. What is your other channel about? I think I basically described that. It's my one for filmmaking. So, yeah, why should anyone subscribe to your channel? Uh, I don't know. If you like geeks and nerds and gaming and fun stuff and people who like doing impressions, then welcome. I do a lot of random things. I am a random person. My brain is brain sometimes, but yeah, I am a huge geek, and I am also the Flash. Yes, I am the Flash from the Empire. Could you imagine how scary that would be? Why should anybody subscribe? Well, I like a good variety of games. When if you're here viewing me for gaming, of course, because that's what I like to do. Uh, I, I I like to bring a variety. I want to eventually have like Throwback Thursdays where I do retro games. I do have a lot of games on my Steam, and a lot of them can be old ones. Like I have the entire collection of Grand Theft Autos, and it'd be fun. I never played like the first few of them. I my first introduction into Grand Theft Auto was in Vice City, so it would be fun to jump into all those. I think I have everyone from Grand Theft Auto 1 to San Andreas that came in that pack. So yeah, it would be fun. I definitely want to do that. I want to do a lot of different things. Of course, bringing new games that come out. I love all kinds of games. I've played Ark Survival Evolved. I like playing simulation, strategy, RPG. I do enjoy a good first person shooter. I don't know how many I will bring to YouTube. You might see them from streams because I don't know, they just seem to work better for streaming environment. But yeah. So if you like a variety, you like funny things, and you want to have a good time and joke around and just have good old fun times, then come join me. I'd love for you to subscribe so you don't miss out on my daily videos. Okay. Yes. So, where do you see yourself and your YouTube channel in 5 years? Well, first off, I'd like to be partnered. So, I mean, I don't care that much about the monetization. It would be nice because it'd be something coming in. Right now, I'm getting nothing for what I do, nothing at all. So, yeah, it's just for the love of it and all of that. I know there's a question that'll come up with more of why I'm doing this, so I'll save that for then. But yeah, I'd love to get partnered on Twitch. I'd love to get partner. Oh yeah, partner on Twitch, partner on YouTube. I'd like to start getting people to be on Patreon. I mean, I hopefully that's something within the next year or two that I'd love. And but I mean, for myself, I mean, I haven't really mentioned it yet, but I do have a fiance. She has 3 kids, so we have 3 kids together, and I'd love to be able to do as much for them as I can. And I'd see, at least in the next 5 years, being able to get a house, a nicer place for all of us to be in, a nicer place that I can do all of this in, because, yeah, my computer's not that great. I am working with what space I have. It's kind of amazing, actually. Like, I only have set amount of time when the kids are in school that I'm able to do my recording and streaming. And yeah, that's, I mean, it's what we have to do right now because I'm not bringing anything in. I can't justify requesting more time. And this is kind of the family space too that I'm in. It's kind of like our living room area. So yeah, I'm trying to think of any other things that I'd like in the next 5 years. I mean, most off, I'd say just a great community of people like yourselves that just want to hang out. I mean, I have Discord up and running so that we can hang out and chat on Discord. I have a I have Facebook. I have all that social media up, which I'd love for you guys to check me out on, which should be in the descriptions down below. And yeah, I'm just trying to think here. What else? I mean, I'm on Reddit. I have a Steam group community, and really, I've been trying to create as much as I can so that we can have a great community together and just hang out and have fun. And yeah, so I hope to see you subscribe. I'm sure that won't be the first time I've said it in this video, but I should probably move on to the next question, shouldn't I? Okay, next question. What inspired you to start making videos? Okay, well, I've been wanting to do it for a while, and I mean, I love games. I've been gaming forever that I can remember. I mean, I remember first using a computer by the time I was at least 5 and was basically teaching my mom how to use one by the time I was 6. So yeah, I love games. That's one big reason. Another big one is, I am a filmmaker and I have been for a while, and an editor. I've been an editor for over 15 years now. For most of that time, it was on Final Cut Pro. I just moved into Premiere Pro recently because it's a lot easier using Premiere for editing with everything I'm doing now than me recording things, having to transfer it to a Mac and record it on Final Cut Pro, then exporting it onto YouTube. So, it's not a big of a difference. Really, it's the interfaces are different, and on Premiere, they have it so that you can even have all your keyboard shortcuts for Final Cut Pro. So, for somebody who's been using Final Cut Pro forever, like me, I can bring in those keyboard commands, and it's all easy for me. It's all like the same kind of workflow. It's just getting used to how things look. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? Okay, well, really probably the number one that got me really into watching YouTube for gaming. I didn't really get into YouTube much until close to the ARC days, with at least watching people for gaming. But yeah, I'd say Slipgator is definitely my top one. I have to watch all of his daily videos. I don't feel the same unless I get my dose of Slipgator for my day. Of course, I like watching his brother Mazion. I like some good XP Crafted, Drax LP, Corrales. I do enjoy doing impersonations of a lot of them too. Like, hey guys, excuse me, that was my beginning of my doing my XP impersonation, but yeah, I was about to say Drax. Okay, yeah. I would do my Slipgator, but that would involve a lot of yelling, and I don't want to yell into your ears right now. Yeah. I do like watching reactions for certain things. Like, I'm a big fan of the DC comic universe, at least for the TV shows. I love the TV shows. They're so good. But I love movies and TVs in general. One of my things I've always said is I would love to own every movie and TV show ever made, which I doubt will ever happen because there's way too many that have ever been made, and I would need a warehouse to store it all in. So if somebody wants to donate every movie and TV show ever made to me, I would love that. Just make sure you rent me some storage space for all of it, okay? On that note, I was talking about reactions. I love watching Blind Wave for reactions. They're amazing. Most reaction channels you find, it's like one person, and they don't really, since it's just themselves, they don't get to really talk that much between each other and have a lot of interaction. And Blind Wave is great. They have a lot of interaction with the community. It's a very great community, and a community kind of setup that I would love for us to have here as well. For movie reviews, I love watching Jeremy Janes, I believe. That's how you say it. But I don't know. I always like watching him for reviews. I tend to trust his opinion on films. So yeah, that's some of my favorite YouTubers I can think of. I actually support Mazion on Patreon, and let's see, I am a sub for Slipgator on Twitch. I am using my Twitch Prime right now for XP Crafted. So yeah, I'm also a Patreon for Blind Wave. So good times. I like to support people. What does your username mean? Okay, Ziegenbagel. What does it mean? It means I am a goat bagel. No, it doesn't mean I'm a goat bagel. It's actually a what's the word? My brain. That's one thing I should probably say. It isn't on these, but it probably should be. Is how old you are. I'm 30. Okay, I'm 30. I'm getting a little bit older, but hey, age happens. We all get older. It's gonna happen. You can't stop it. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, it is a nickname of mine that I've had since middle school. It's kind of a play between my last name and the fact that we had free breakfast in middle school, and I tended to have bagels for my free breakfast in middle school. So people just kind of took my name and added bagel to it, and yeah, that's how Ziegenbagel evolved, and I just ran with it and made it a username for a lot of things throughout all of time and space. Space. Best thing about YouTube. Um, I'd say the best thing about YouTube is I remember the age of dial-up internet, and I mean the best thing about YouTube is it gives a place for people to share their ideas, to share their passions, their dreams, and just be able to do things that humanity as humanity to make a connection like we never have before. And that's one reason I just love the internet in general and the freedom it entails and involves is just how much people can do with it. I mean, there are bad aspects to it, but I mean, try to focus on the good things, people. I mean, cup half full, not half empty. Okay. First thing about YouTube, let's see, cat videos. No, just kidding. I'm not a big fan, but I mean, it is funny, especially watching cats be afraid of, like, what is it, zucchini or like, yeah, or stuff like that. It's pretty funny. I don't know why cats do that, but I never knew that until YouTube. So, I mean, that doesn't really answer what's the worst thing about YouTube. In recent time, I'd say one of the harder things is just the changes in the YouTube partner program. Because I mean, for somebody like me who's just starting out now, it's hard. It's hard to get my videos to be viewed. It's hard to get recognized now for smaller people who are getting started. So yeah, it feels like you really got to do some crazy things to try to be noticed anymore. I mean, as I've mentioned already, I have another channel that's been for my filmmaking, and I remember when monetization was first coming out and they allowed it where anybody could do it. I was able to turn on monetization for all of my videos immediately, and it wasn't a big deal. I do understand why YouTube has made these changes, and I'm sure eventually they'll figure out a way to make people happy. It's just a growing experience, like most things are. They got to try to test ways to fix things, and they're a business, and they're trying to make the people that keep them running and give them money to make them happy and keep them running. So yeah, it's understandable that they want to be more cautious, but yeah, it does make it harder, and it takes away from what YouTube was created for. What are your goals when it comes to YouTube? Well, my goals for YouTube first and foremost is to gain this great community and have a good time. I mean, for you to enjoy watching me play games, to hear about how you guys are enjoying playing games as well, and yeah, just talk about anything. Ask me questions, ask about what kind of shows I'm into, anything. I mean, I want to have fun and for this to be a community where we can have fun. I know I've said that a lot. I'm sorry. I can tend to do that when I'm losing my train of thought. But yeah, you'll get used to that as time rolls on. But yeah, I mean, first and foremost, definitely building a great community together. Right now, I'm doing like some main series of things that I like and doing them like every other few days, having something every other day, like Angry Video Game Nerd that's kind of like a puzzly type game that's quick and easy for me to do. And eventually, I'd like to have things for each specific day, like on Thursdays, having Throwback Thursdays where I do retro things, or doing like MMO Mondays where I do things from a MMO that I've been playing, and so on, So, or like Survival Saturdays, things like that. It would be great. I would love to do that eventually, and it would be a lot of fun. Any advice for new YouTubers? Well, I'm pretty new myself, so I'll just kind of repeat some of the things I've heard from people that I watch. That probably the number one that I have heard from people and makes a lot of sense, and I understand it fully from where I've been starting, is don't stop. Just keep doing it. I mean, set a time that you're going to do things and just keep it up. Because, I mean, I know as myself and as most people like to know when they can expect something, to have things on the schedule that they can expect it and be ready and have it there when they know it will be. I mean, things aren't always perfect. Things can be delayed, but that's just a fact of life. And yeah, that's probably the real good advice I can think of. That is probably the number one thing I've always heard people say is just don't stop. Keep to your schedule. Keep doing what you do no matter how difficult it is. And if you want to start on YouTube, don't give up. That's just a great thing to think of for life is never give up, never surrender. Galaxy Quest reference. Check. Okay. That's one thing you will notice a lot is I do quote movies and television a lot. But yeah, it's one of my big loves, so get used to it. It's what I do, people. Okay, so that is the end of the questions. Uh, I'm just trying to think of something I can say right now. Like right now, you probably see me wearing a hat a lot. I do enjoy good hats. This is my number one hat right now for the Empire, for the Empire, and I mean, I love wearing hats. It's not just for the fact that I started balding when I was like 20. But yeah, see. Anyway, yeah, that's one reason I tend to wear it even for stream. Is that especially where my desk is now, right near the light. I don't want to blind you guys with my bald head. So yeah, you're welcome. I mean, you could probably see when I took the hat off, my face went all blotted out. But yeah, okay, good times. So let's move on to the unboxing of Supreme Leader Snoke. Yes. Nope, he's not there. He's right in front of me, right here. Okay. Yeah. So I was looking at the back of the box here, and there are at least 3 of these that I would love. So I mean, yeah, I know that I want old Luke, because oh my gosh, old Luke, sweet. And yeah, I would love to, let's see, the Praetorian Guard. Oh man, I would love to have one of those, or a couple of them to have displayed with Snoke on each side. Oh, that would be great. So good. Okay, so anyway, let's move on to the unboxing of Supreme Leader Snoke. Okay, so let's get it going. Right here, we're taking him out. Okay, so I have read on here that it says that he is a bobblehead, so that is very cool. I do have a Groot bobblehead on my desk as well. I do have a Darth Vader cup as well as also. So this will make a great addition to my desk right here. All right, let me see here. I'll try to take him out of the plastic very carefully. I'll toss this box over here. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Oh yeah, I like it. Toss this plastic aside, like that. Okay. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Yes. The Supreme Leader. Let's put him on a stand here. Just like so. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Okay. Well, very nice. It's very nice design. I like all the scarring and detail on his face. I'll try to get some pictures up here too, so it's more detail. But yeah, just show him like this, wagging his head, jittering. All right, very cool. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this very first vlog. I would love to try to do one each month, as I've said. So yeah. You can check me out on all social media. I'm sure I'll have it down in the description down below, as well as the Discord community. You can check me out on Reddit. You can join the stream community group and all other things that I have down below. So yeah, I'd love to see you guys there and join me for all my daily videos. So I hope you have my voice and voicing and wording and stuff. So yes, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And as always, don't forget to live long and prosper.